David Settle here from Wyopreps.com, and we've got the 2A football state championship game. Starts things off on Friday for state championship weekend in Laramie at War Memorial Stadium, joined by Bighorn head coach Kirk McLaughlin. No stranger to our visits when it comes to championship weekend, Kirk. I know that's a good thing for you, but talk a little bit about this year's team and just, finding a way to get back to Laradice.
This team's kind of special, actually. There's not a lot of seniors, but they've shown incredible leadership. They've made it an absolute fun year. It's probably one of the most cohesive groups I've ever coached. They fight for each other, and that's kind of what that's helped us get here for sure. And we got some talented younger classes coming up, but this senior group really took on their leadership role seriously and have done a great job. And it's been a team effort all the way through. It's been a really special team.
What have you seen in terms of some of your big time guys, whether it's Cruz Hernandez, Bridger Doak, and some of the other guys that have experience on this stage, but continue to develop in a positive way for you?
They got big goals in mind, and they've done a lot over the off season and through their other winter and spring sports to make themselves better. They know what it takes to get to Laramie and to be successful in Laramie, and they've been on both ends of it. Some of those guys have been on the losing end and the winning end, so they understand what needs to happen when we get there. Then they fought the whole season through. We've had some pretty good battles as of late, and really proud of the way the teams come together and how the big time guys have really shown up on those big games that we needed them to, especially these last couple of weeks.
It seems like fast starts have been huge for your team this year. Kirk, what has it been about your fast starts, do you think?
Well, not everyone's been a fast start, but the ones that have been, we kind of stressed it all week and needed, we couldn't start with that was kind of one of our things, that we'd have lulls early in the year and just kind of have some mistakes and a few drives and series that just didn't go well. And we can't do that, especially this time of year. And I think the kids have really been able to get things going early and just kind of keep the momentum in our favor from some things that go on early in the game. And really proud of the way they can build on momentum when we get a turnover or we get a big play, that we can keep things rolling. And that's been a big deal for us, stopping the opposing team's offense or getting the ball first and getting the scores, a great way to start the game and just gets the momentum going. And they got the mindset to stay present and keep things rolling.
You finally get to play Mountain View after it was Torrington and Cokeville. I think some people have been waiting for this matchup for a couple of years now. What are your thoughts on what you see out of Brent Walk's group?
Coach Walk's done it again. He's got a great group. This year they've stayed healthy and made a great playoff run. They're looking great. You can talk all you want about their quarterback, and he is great, but they got some dudes that can really help out too and do some good things. Get a good line. Defensively, they're just a stout group that just very disciplined, and it's going to be a tough task, that's for sure. But it is the matchup everybody's been wanting. Including us, including them, including the others, and we're excited at the opportunity to take them on.
So what do you stress in a week like this to your guys? Again, we've talked about a lot of these guys for you have been on this stage before, wins and losses, as you mentioned earlier, but what do you really stress in a game like this, especially building up to it?
We're going down there to play a football game. We've played 10 games already this year. Let's not change what we do. Let's not let the stage create, an emotional response or, kind of put you in a hesitant state. We need to go there and we need to go play good football. And that'll be the message all week. And, it's another good opponent. And, we like the challenges. So we got to step up to the challenge and go there and play our best football of the year.
Kirk, that's all I got for you. Appreciate the time. As always, best luck Friday against Mountain View.
Thank you so much. Appreciate what you guys do.
Continue to take a look at the first game of the championship weekend here in Laramie at War Memorial Stadium. It's 2A, noon Friday, and already heard from Kirk McLaughlin with Bighorn, visiting with Mountain View head coach Brent Walk, whose squad returns here for the first time since 2019. I asked Kirk this, so I'm going to ask you this too. This is the matchup I think a lot of us have been wanting to see over the last couple years. Bighorn obviously has made it. Get Torrington with a great win a couple years ago. Bighorn wins last year. What are your thoughts on first finally kind of getting back to the championship game and seeing your team take that next step this year, Brent?
Yeah, David. So number one, I agree with you. I think especially this year, I think everybody's kind of been looking at this matchup, and finally it's came together. There's no question in my mind that both of us, Bighorn and us, are the best two teams in the state. So, and that's the way it should be for a state championship. And going back on the last 2 years, we came up short in the semifinals. Justice got hurt last year, that was a huge blow to us. And so, what we told our kids going into this year, is, and we talk about this all the time, is don't let mistakes defeat you twice and all that kind of stuff. And so our focal point going into this season was, again, number one. I mean, you and I've talked for a lot of years. It's day by day, and don't get ahead of yourself and all that stuff. And our kids really bought into it. But our goal was, man, if we put ourselves in position that we knew we had the chance to do, then take advantage of it. And we've been able to do that so far in the playoffs.
You're a lot different team now than you were at the start of the year. Where have you learned and grown and progressed the most out of your in terms of what you've seen out of your squad, Brent, this season?
Well, our offense, man, our offense is tough. I think this is the best offense we've had in 14 years. A huge part of that, obviously, is Mr. Justice Platts, but also, our offensive line has been just plain stellar. I think our offensive line very well could be the best offensive line we have. And then we have other guys around Justice that are making plays. There have been games. Obviously, Ashton has had a spectacular season, but there are games where we've had 6 different dudes touch the ball offensively. So I think we've steadily progressed and got better every single week on offense. And then defense, we've struggled. We played really good defense, but we've struggled in terms of giving up big plays all year long. And now we're limited in that. We gave up one big play against Level, and we can't give up big plays against Bighorn's offense.
Speaking of the Rams, what do you look at when you see Coach McLaughlin's group across the way?
First of all, he does such a great job. Obviously, anybody who would say any different, obviously doesn't know anything about football. He's a great coach, and I've known Kirk for a long time. His staff, he's put a great staff together. And then as far as his football team, they're very, very solid offensively. They're well coached. They've got great athletes. Obviously they've got an incredible running back. Their quarterback does a great job in terms of their passing game, running their system. Offensive line is good. And then you flip it over on the defense, a lot of those same kids are playing defense. And they're just a very good football team. So
what do you emphasizing and kind of stressing your guys this week as you gear up for a big game Friday?
Honestly, David, what we are 100% focused on is Mountain View. We want on Friday at 12 o'clock to be playing our best football. And last week, and we still, we made some mistakes against Level, but man, we played really good in all 3 phases of the game. But we want to be playing, no matter what happens, we want to be playing our best football on Friday. And to be honest with you, we've kind of had this theme that if a team's going to beat us this year, they're going to have to be a good team and they're going to have to play good. So that's what we're focusing on, and obviously I've watched a ton of film on Bighorn and all that kind of stuff, but we're more centered on what Mountain View's doing.
Brent, thanks so much for the time. Wish you best of luck Friday here in Laramie and against the Rams. And hey, have fun with that matchup everybody's been waiting for.
Right on, man. We're excited. I appreciate it, David. Thank you.